Hello, my name is Robin Mumford, and I'm so humbled, blessed, and super thankful that I am showing up today. I'm showing up for myself, and I'm showing up for you, whoever you are, and wherever you find yourself. So I want to be a hope dealer. I want to say, hold on, pain ends. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia after being in chronic pain. When I say chronic pain, if you suffer from pain, if you have got pain all the time, chronic pain is you're in pain all the time. It's just the severity that's not the same. So you feel achy. Like for me, fibromyalgia, I can explain it to you like you feel like you're getting the flu. You know, when your body just feels like a bit achy and you know something's coming. So people with fibromyalgia, well, myself, I feel like that all the time, except the flu never comes. And when it does come, it presents as a flare-up where it completely debilitates me. There's some days where I can't move. The fact that I'm sitting on the floor on a cushion, if you had told me this time last week that this is what I'd be doing, I would not believe you. So I think that the my in fibromyalgia is there for a reason, because no two people have got exactly the same symptoms, exactly the same. I even think if you take medicine, if you're taking vitamins, if you're taking supplements, whatever it is, no two of us are the same. I just want to see if I can flick my, just to make it mirror. I'll tell you why. I just want to show you something, and I want you to be able to see it on your side. No, that's not it. At least you can see my kitchen now. Flip camera. Okay, it's meant to be mirror, not flip camera. Okay, so there I am. Okay, so anybody can do what I'm doing. Whatever is in your hands, whatever your story is, you can be a hope dealer. You can help other people like yourself to be, do, and have everything that it is that they want. For many years, I was with direct selling and multi-level marketing, and I knew that that's not where I wanted to be forever. My family and I were in the process of immigrating. We were going to Vancouver, and God had other plans for us, and we ended up on the south coast of KwaZulu-Natal. If you know where the south coast is, it is beautiful. The beaches are absolutely amazing, and if you follow me, you'll see some of the content that I do is at the beach with my children. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I was born in 1985, but thanks to fibromyalgia, I can't work an 8 to 5. So there's a couple of things that you'll see in my content that I say often. I often say, you can't make this stuff up. And what I'm referring to with that is you can have your own plans, but then you just see these signs and wonders that you can't explain to other people because you're just like, wow, wow, wow. So I live my life, one, you can't make this stuff up moment to the next. We see people walking with cats on their shoulders. We see just amazing ways that God shows up and shows off, and yeah, we are living testimonies that, hold on, pain ends. So for me, fibromyalgia, I want to create hope for people with fibromyalgia. I've decided actually that from now on, this will not be my identity. It will not take my joy, and I will not let people's reaction or response to what I'm going through have any impact on my life. That's bold, but I'm going to just walk in faith, and the people, it doesn't matter. But for me, I want to say, what is it that you want? Do you have a vision board? Do you know what that looks like? And can I help you to achieve your seemingly unattainable dreams and goals? So if you don't know me yet, my name is Robin Mumford. I was born in 85, thanks to fibromyalgia. I can't work an 8 to 5, so I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I want to help other stay-at-home moms to be the fun mom. I say to the boys yesterday that some days I can come in at 110% and I can play soccer and I can be the fun mom and I can be all those things, but the days when I can't, they know, and we will do homework on the bed, and we might play some noughts and crosses, and sometimes I'll let them win, and they just understand. So in my journey, I want to help other fibro moms to find their purpose, but also to find their peace. And I know in the journey that I've been on, being at home, you're in isolation. We're not meant to be doing life on our own. We're not meant to be isolated. We're meant to be with other people. We battle to be with other people because putting on this brave face and putting in your earrings and saying that you're fine all the time is exhausting when you feel like you're not authentic because you actually are in chronic pain. If you are in pain all the time, you know what I mean. Right now, my jaw is so sore and I'm just going to continue because I've got something that you might need today. I needed hope. I needed an opportunity, like I needed oxygen. And I believe with everything that is in me that what I've got to share is going to change so many lives. Because why? Because it has already, and it's changed mine. I have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom. I do not take that for granted for 1 second. But I want to say, what is it? Love what you do. Love what you do. Have you heard that saying of, if you do what you love, you won't have to work a day in your life? And I want to say, if God has put something in your heart, He's also put something in your hands, and you just need to figure out how to do that and how to get what you want. And it's about doing the hard work. So I want to say to you, I'm going to share my journey, I'm going to share my experience, and then I'm going to invite you to journey with me. So at any stage, you can go to my website. It is hopeandhustleblueprint.com. And there you will also find the links in all of my bios, whatever platform you're on. There you will see, oh, she's helping people with fibromyalgia. But I don't just help people with fibromyalgia. I've got people with small businesses that just want to learn how to do social media, that just want to learn how to do digital marketing. This can work for you. But my goal, my passion, my purpose is to help people that don't have 24 hours in a day. And what I mean by that is when you've got chronic pain, you don't know from one day to, I don't know from one day to the next what I can do and what I can't do. And I do know that what I've got can change your life because it has changed mine. So let me go. Okay. So if you have been with direct selling and multi-level marketing before, you will know that you need a product. Okay, so what product would you have? So for me, I would say sell something that you love, something that you just can share with the world. What is it that you've got that you can share with the world, that you can confidently go, this works? If you have your favorite frying pan, if you are a chef and you want to create a cooking show, and you've got your favorite frying pan, you will be able to speak about that frying pan with absolute confidence. If you have got something like this, I love this because it's an old man in our area that creates these wooden things. What is in your hand? Are you crafty? Do you love, what is it that you have got? So I've just mixed the two together. Okay, so product, you can have an external product. I used to work for a company called Honey Fashion Accessories. Honey Fashion Accessories, a South African based company. It's direct selling. It is not multi-level marketing. And if you want more on that, I can explain the difference because I have done it all. Literally, I have done it all. And I can tell you that multi-level marketing, direct selling, is absolutely phenomenal because you get to leverage off other people's efforts where it is mutually beneficial. Okay, so successful entrepreneurs leverage off other people's efforts where it is mutually beneficial. So if you're in direct selling and multi-level marketing, you will have an upline. You'll have somebody that's keeping you accountable. Somebody that's saying, let's do a 3-way call, let's do this, let's do that, let's see how we can bring other people in. Why? Because the more people you bring in, the higher they go for ranking, for income, for whatever that is. Okay, why am I talking about multi-level marketing and direct selling? Because that is a product, and that is how I have learned how to leverage off other people's efforts where it's mutually beneficial. Okay, fast forward to 2025, my year to thrive. I don't want to be represented or connected to a company or a brand at this stage of my life because things change. Compensation plans change. The goalposts move. And sometimes you have absolutely no control. So when somebody says you can start your own business and you can control your income, you actually can't, because as long as somebody else is putting an income into your bank account, you have no control. If somebody stops sending products, like what happened with the one company that I was part of, they stopped sending products to South Africa. So now your 100 products goes to 20 products. You don't want to be reliant on anything else. So I have been on this deep diving mission to find out how I can help myself so that I can help other people. And my passion has always been to do vision boards, to show people how to achieve those seemingly unattainable dreams and goals. So instead of now having a product, I have got a purpose. And my purpose is to show people like you, whoever's watching this today, you can go to my website, hopeandhustleblueprint.com, because if this means something to you, I want to tell you now, if God has planted something in your mind, He has put it in your heart and He has put it in your hands, and you can literally get whatever it is that you want. In your own strength, not in my own strength, but you can. And I would love to show you how to do that. Okay, so why do I need to share this with you? I need to tell you that I'm very qualified in doing vision boards. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. I've got a little photo which I will share as I go on. It's about this big. When I was 13 years old, I showed that photo to my gran, and I said to her, I'm going to take this boy to my matric dance, and I'm going to grow my hair long. And my gran looked at me and she said, your hair is going to look lovely. Meaning, you know, that boy is so out your league. Anyway, he was older than me, and yes, all of those things. But my vision was so clear. And here we go, fast forward all these years later. I think we've been together for 22, 25, I don't know, all the years since I was 17, and I'm going to be 40. You can do the maths. But when your vision is clear, the rest will appear. So I can show you how to do a vision board, and then I can show you how to take the photos afterwards to say, if I can do it, you can do it. I am just a simple mom with fibromyalgia saying that fibromyalgia will not take my joy, and I will help as many people as I can, as long as I'm breathing, to make a difference in your own life. So what is the purpose? Okay, so let's get to that. So instead of a product, I'm going to help you to figure out what your purpose is. Okay, and then I'll show you how to connect to your perfect people, because if you don't have a purpose and you're not serving somewhere, then I don't know how you're going to get to what you want to, because it's not actually about us. And that for me is actually the whole thing. Is for me, I'm turning 40. I don't even want to plan a birthday party, because I think fibromyalgia has got into my head so much that I don't want to make this about me. I don't want to make this pain about me. I don't want to make anything about me. I want to say, how can I use this test to be my testimony? Okay, so we've got purpose. Whoops. What is your purpose? I'm going to share with you. I'm going to show you how to do this. Plus people, I'm going to show you how to do this, equals profit. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. First of all, you need to make your vision clear. Okay, people battle to do vision boards because their vision is not clear. So the first thing you need to do is do the hard work, and I'm sorry, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. If you want to reach out to me, I can pray with you. I can help you, lead you, guide you, whatever it is. Yeah, and I've prayed ahead of this, and I know that whoever's watching this, whatever time this is, you can reach out to me at any time. I'm available. I'm contactable on all the platforms. I even post my cell phone number. And I would just really like to be your hope dealer and to say, what lies are you believing? So first of all, you need to start with what you really don't want. Okay? Get a piece of paper, a plain piece of paper, and write everything that you don't want. Because as long as you know what you don't want, you need to know what you don't want so that you can get what you do want. That's what is repeated, and I've seen it over all the years that I've been doing vision boards and teaching people how to do vision boards. Then you need to, so you need to make your vision clear. Decide what you don't want. Get rid of the clutter. Okay, then you need to say, okay, well, what is it that I love? What is my purpose? For me, I love to do vision boards. I want to show people how to achieve their seemingly unattainable dreams and goals. If you want my blueprint, all a blueprint is my personal fibromyalgia little success plan. It is my daily routine. It is how I created a life of sweatless ease. I wake up in the morning, I do my basic things, but I use my energy wisely. I will spend one day doing meal prep, so that I know, last night, for example, my husband is traveling, but I had lasagna frozen in the freezer. So all I needed to do was take the lasagna out. So I had extra time with my boys yesterday evening. So I didn't have to spend that time in the kitchen cooking. I have learned that because I've had to practice that, and now I can practice what I preach, and I can help other people. Being a stay-at-home mom means that we've had to make some sacrifices. So my purpose is to help other people to create vision boards. But through my fibromyalgia, there are things in the vision board that we break it down, and I'll help you with that. So it's faith. What does my faith journey look like? What does my fun journey look like? What does my fitness journey look like? And what does my finance journey look like? And I'm going to start with finance today. I'll tell you why, because that's kind of the theme that I'm going with. Profits, it would have been products. So if you're a multi-level marketer or a direct seller, you are earning a small percentage of the product that you sell. So for example, in my average year when I was in the company that I was part of, I would do, I know, less than 1.4 million rand sales. Why do I know that? Because I used to travel every single year. Okay, my vision was very clear and I knew how to achieve those seemingly unattainable dreams and goals because I took other people on a journey and I showed them how to do vision boards. Okay, so I was earning a percentage. So 1.4 million rand sales, I would earn 15 and 20% off my team sales, or up to 23% off my team sales, but then I would earn on my personal sales. Okay, so I needed to find somewhere where the finances enabled me not to be reliant on another person or a service provider. And that's when I started to look at digital marketing. That's when I kind of got deeper into it and I realized what it is that I didn't know about. And having a business offline, because it was like the early 2000s when I started, it is how to take your offline business and now in 2025 take it online. And it's very daunting, it's very overwhelming, but I can tell you that once you figure it out and you realize that I could have done an opportunity meeting and it could have taken me an hour once a week. Now I can go live on whichever platform and I can attract my perfect customer. I can help other people, specifically with fibromyalgia, and I can reach so many people. So just understanding that. So finance for me, it was like, I'm not going to put in the effort for somebody else's gain, but I want to make an impact. So how does that look? And to separate the two. So make your vision clear and then put it there. Okay? And then figure out what your purpose is and then go fully into that. I don't know how it works. God just takes care of it. But he wants you. Habakuk 2 verse 2. Make the vision clear. Read it on the run. You can read so many times it's ask. You have not because you ask not. You have not because you ask not. So I teach you how to do that. I can show you how I have been able to become a stay-at-home mom. And what I was earning in a month, I can just need to make one sale. I need to make one sale and that covers it. Is it worth it? Absolutely. Did it happen overnight? Absolutely not. Will I be able to be making have $900 days in 2026? Absolutely. Why? Because consistency is key. Why? Because I have had those days and because I'm showing other people how to have those days. And now this is our story. So if you need an opportunity, like you need oxygen, if you have to start with the vision board though, because my vision and yours are completely different. And what is in your hands? So what's in my hands? Vision boards, showing people. If you want to see how to create your own vision board, I've got a free PDF that I will send you. You can reach out to me and say, please send me your vision board PDF, right? And then I'll send that to you. And you can see how to create your own vision board. And remember that you need to write down first what you don't want. Get rid of that. You need to pull that root out because you're not going to get what you want if that thing just keeps in the back of your mind saying that you can't have it. Okay, so your product is your purpose. Your purpose. I want to do vision boards. Okay, let's use another example. What is your purpose? What is your passion? So I know somebody and I will share her story with her permission. I'll need to just chat to her. But she purchased the digital marketing program and she can use those skills that she learned on her small business. Her dream, her goal is to create beautiful flower arrangements. She does weddings, funerals in the Johannesburg area, and her work is absolutely amazing. And she wants to help people that are on a budget so that they are getting value, so that they can have their most magical day in the most affordable way. She takes her skills and all the stuff that we learn in the digital marketing space, and then she implements that on her small business. So that is one of the things that you can do. You can learn how to attract your perfect customer. I know that I needed to do that. I've got a background of multi-level marketing and direct selling. I have no problem with no. Like, go for no. And if you have been with New Skin before, there was a tooth whitening post and people are still using that same. If you've in the multi-level marketing or direct selling industry, you will see the same posts, the same lingo, the same, what's the word? Vocabulary, yes, the same sort of vocabulary that they're using, and then they've got attraction marketing where they try to boost the algorithm, where everybody comments and like, this is so great, and it works. It absolutely 100% works. It's created multiple multi-millionaires, okay? But when I started researching and started looking, and then I'm in a community, when I was with Honey, there were people, one of my very dearest friends, that didn't sell anything. But she used to come because she felt a part of something. She used to come into my meetings, she used to come into my space. Why? Because she felt like she was a part of something. People want to belong before they believe. I had to go on a long journey to say, is this where I want to be? And can I take people on the journey with me? And absolutely, I can say yes. So, what is your pineapple patch? Everything is available to you. You just need to figure out how to get it. And how to look after it. And how to nurture it. Because when the blessing comes, I promise you now, it just keeps on. It just keeps on. So, purpose. So, what is it that you've got in your hands? My stepfather, my other dad, has got he loves the guitar. He loves to teach. That's his gift. So he teaches guitar lessons. Today, my son goes, on every Wednesday, my son goes for guitar lessons. So my mom fetches the kids from school, they go, then they have guitar lessons. So what is in his hands? He can play the guitar. And his gift is to teach. So what can I do? What's in my hands? I've got time freedom because I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do 2 hours income producing activities a day to create the income that I need. And I will explain that because what I can do, you can do, and I'm going to put the picture together. Okay, so what is it that is in your hand? So he's got a guitar. Okay, so he teaches my son is Jude. He teaches Jude how to play the guitar. I go there and I take photos and content and I put it onto TikTok and I put it onto Facebook. And I share it and other people share it. And then what happens? It's attraction marketing. So people are coming to his home, whichever time schedule. The first lesson is free. So that is the hook. First lesson is free. That is the hook. Because he doesn't want kids to, well, he doesn't want parents to waste their money on something that their kids might actually not like. So if you think about, I'm going to get a six pack. I'm going to go to the gym. Okay, so you get a gym contract, you spend 1 hour in the gym, you overdo it, you don't have a personal trainer, you're so sore and you never go back again. That is not just my story, there are so many people. So if you think, I saw a guy on the TV or Hillsongs or Elevation and Worship, and they playing the guitar. Now this kid in his head thinks he can play like a rock star, and actually he puts the guitar in his hands and he's like, this is not really what I wanted. So the nice thing about the music lessons is Clive offers the first one free so that when the kid is sitting there and they can hear it and they can feel it, they can see, okay, is this a fit? Then Clive explains all the benefits and explains everything. So there's an interaction. So it's the child with the parent and they've got this interaction, where they understand what it is that music can provide, what journey their kids can take. It helps with ADD. It helps with so many things. It gives children an opportunity to get creative, to express themselves in a different way. I'll often hear Jude in his bedroom practicing, and last night he was practicing Happy Birthday. I was so proud of him. He had no music notes, he was just playing it by ear. He had done his lesson, practicing so that he could have his lesson today. So what is in Clive's hands? His guitar. What is in my hands? My phone. I can help him. So now he can have a passive income through, he can have a passive income through digital marketing, because why are we doing attraction marketing? And people are going to say, well, how do you do this on TikTok? I can't do this. I can help. And then I show other people how to do what I do. Okay. So your purpose. So you might not know how to do this, but I can show you through other people's testimonies, through other people's stories, how to actually monetize your talents, monetize your gifts. Okay, your purpose. What is your purpose? What can you do? Can you sew? You can make dresses. You can make something. What is your purpose? I can show you on a one-on-one how to use what you've got in your hands. I've got a friend. I said to her yesterday, what would you do if you could do it for free? There were 2 options she's got. She wants this or that. I said, okay, which one would you do if you could do it for free? And the one that she chose was the one that would have an impact over income every time. Do you want to have an impact or do you want to have an income? Because I took a really long time to get going because I needed to be authentic, to say that this is not just a program that you're buying to sell, but when it goes bloop from your head to your heart and you're like, that's what it was about. I get it now. Okay. Purpose. What is your purpose? Create your vision board. Make it clear. Let me help you. Okay. People. You can use the algorithm in an amazing way. You can attract your perfect customer by speaking to your perfect customer. If you are I'm in South Africa, in Ramsgate, in a little coastal town, use what you have where you are. Use the algorithm. Check into Ramsgate. So I help Clive with his guitar lessons. I help him attraction marketing. We also do some offline stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's in my blood to share and to chat to people. So we do offline stuff. He goes in, he puts his flyers in the music shop. So whatever's in your hand, you can decide what's in your hand. Because if it's in your heart and it's in your hand, you can have it. Okay. And then profit. Profit. My main thing is to tithe and to bless people in abundance. So whatever comes into my hand, if you can be entrusted with little, you can be entrusted with much, and I can prove it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Because it's not about us. So I want to say to you today, what is in your hands, and are you willing to do whatever it takes no matter what to get it? I'm going to quickly take 5 minutes to tell you what it is that I do in a 2-hour workday, doing income producing activities so that I can be a stay-at-home mom. Okay, are you ready? Who do I help? What is my purpose? My name is Robin. I was born in 1985, not to work an 8 to 5. Thanks to fibromyalgia, I get to be a stay-at-home mom. I get to find joy every single day through the little things and the big things. And my purpose is to show other people with fibromyalgia how to find their purpose, and then to create a life of sweatless ease. People is who I help, people with fibromyalgia, but I can help you if you want to create a vision board, if you want to achieve those seemingly unattainable dreams and goals by leveraging off other people's efforts, but using your purpose, then I can help you. And then a profit. Okay, how do I make a profit? I make a profit because my vision is super clear, and I walk in grace and favor, and I have been blessed beyond my wildest dreams. And as long as your hands are open, God knows your heart. And to be authentic, I don't know how it all works. I just know that it does. But if you're not working, then you can't expect anything, actually. So faith without works is dead. You need to have faith and action. Okay, so I'll tell you what I do. Income producing activities. Okay, so social media. We get taught how to do 3 pieces of social media content per day. They teach you how to speak to your perfect customer. I'm part of the digital growth community. It's a community of over 56,000 people. When I started, there were 11,000. In South Africa alone, there are 20 self-made South African millionaires that have done it in the time that I joined. There were 10 people a year ago when I joined. There are now 20 people that are in South Africa that are self-made South African rands millionaires. Okay. Social media, they show you how to do 3 pieces of content per day to attract your perfect customer. I attract my perfect customer, which is people with fibromyalgia. On TikTok, I only speak to those people. On YouTube, I only speak to those people. On Facebook is a different platform altogether, but I speak to everybody. Choose your platform. They teach you how to do that. Okay, going live. You can go live on whichever platform, but just choose one and then go all in. And I wrote it, create a system. Systems save yourself time, energy, and money. Because I've got fibromyalgia, I can show you fibromyalgia, I can show you fibromyalgia, I can show you, really can. I'm proof of it. Okay. And then focus. You need to focus. And I'm telling you now, if you've got fibromyalgia, fibro fog is real. You will say things and you will see people look at you like, what did you just say? Or has she been drinking? Or there are many things. If you've got it, you know what I'm talking about. So focus is my word. So if you can just set aside focused time, 2 hours a day. You don't have to do all 2 hours at the same time. But what isn't scheduled doesn't get done. So if you write your vision clear, you need to know what you're doing step by step. Okay. So the system, okay. Focus. Follow one course until successful. Follow one course until successful. People quit before they win because beginners are plenty and finishers are few. If you just follow the steps, and be consistent, there's absolutely no ways that you will fail. But what happens? People quit before they win. Have you ever had a six-pack? Why have you never had a six-pack? I mean like the abs, not like the beers. So, have you ever had a six-pack? Why not? Have you ever, this is going to be profound, okay? Why haven't you got a six-pack? Why? Because you don't have a personal trainer to keep you accountable. You need an accountability partner. I want to be an accountability partner for whatever it is that you've got in your hand, and then I want to show you how to achieve those seemingly unattainable dreams and goals. Clive is playing the guitar. He charges per hour. So the first lesson's free, then he charges per hour. He knows how many people he needs to see in a month to get to what it is that he wants to achieve at the end of the month. I've been doing that for years in multi-level marketing and direct selling. It's just looked different. Now I can just show you how to do it and you can do it. You don't need me. I don't have to supply product. I don't have to supply service. All I need to do is to show you, because I'm doing it and you can do it. So in those 2 hours a day when you're doing your social media, we've got a done for you digital marketing program. So you just follow the steps. You follow the steps, you follow the steps, you follow your steps. I can tell you, I've got testimony after testimony. Go to my website, hopeandhustleblueprint.com. Everything's in there. You can reach out to me, info at hopeandhustleblueprint.com. My numbers are there, everything's there. On that first email, tell me about you. Where are you from? How can I help you? Okay. So you're going to do your 3 pieces of content. You're going to go live for an hour. You're going to follow up with people that have commented on your YouTube, your TikTok, whatever platform that you're on. A lot of people do Instagram. I don't really understand that platform, but whatever it is for you. And there are platforms that you have not even heard of. Why? Because I hadn't heard of them. Okay. And then community. There are 56,000 people in this community. The beginners are plenty and the finishers are few. There are people that have come into the community and that have left before I've even got a reply from them to check in how they're doing. I've got people that have purchased from me, and then I go in to see when they're online last, and it's like 90, 100 days. And then they phone me and they go, Robin, it's just really not working for me because I haven't made any sales. And I'm like, but you're not doing the training. It's literally, we've got a mentor, Michelle O'Neill, and she's going, you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. It is literally, it's so simple, but nothing is easy. Nothing is easy. It is simple. It is not easy. Why? Consistency isn't easy. Because we don't commit to ourselves. I know with fibromyalgia, my confidence, it took a massive, massive knock. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? What value can I add? Because I can't even show up for myself. And then I was just like, just be kind to you. You only need to go on YouTube once a week, post really good content. So if you're watching this, I want to just be your hope dealer today. I want to say to you, hold on, pain ends. I want to say that you've got something inside of you. If God has put it in your heart, He's put it in your hand for such a time as this. For such a time as this. So whenever you are from, I would love for you to comment in the comments. Just let me know where you're from. Let me know your journey. I would love to connect with you. My website is hopeandhustleblueprint.com. I can teach you what I'm doing. I've got 4 done for you digital marketing programs where we do those 2 hours a day doing income producing activities. It doesn't look the same for all of us. And I don't want to go into the detail because what works for me and what works for you are 2 different things. I know because of what I've gone through. And then don't burn the bridge. Don't burn the bridge. Because sometimes you need to have a vision. You need to dream big, and then you need to just have a hope dealer. And today, I just want to be your hope dealer. So thank you so much for your time. I would love to hear from you, connect with you, and I can tell you now your best is yet to come. Hold on.